Hello everybody, welcome to the 6th episode of Neo Reality Rights. This time, I'm just gonna say, I actually liked the first Watch Dogs, like, a lot. I didn't buy into the big hype it was getting, mostly because that year was a very disastrous year for gaming. Like, you got the hype mechanism going on, and then the year prior, you had the 1-up era going on. I'll get into that another day. And then you had all these hype games coming out like Titanfall, Watch Dogs, Destiny, and all three underdelivered to many people. So I stayed away from the hype. I never played Titanfall or Titanfall 2. Well, I played a bit of Titanfall, as you've seen on my channel, but I played mostly Watch Dogs and Destiny. Destiny would later try and recapture that hype, and now it looks like history is repeating itself with Destiny 2 beta, since even though it's a lot of the same and just have updated stuff, yeah, I'll talk about the Destiny 2 beta at a later date. But yeah, anyways, like I said, I actually liked Watch Dogs 1, not because of its great game mechanics and the fact that they added hacking into the open world environment, but precisely, I like the character of Aiden a little bit. Like I know a lot of people don't like the fact that he doesn't have much of a backstory and how sometimes he doesn't have much of a personality, so to speak. But I felt like, if you looked him up a bit, then you would find out why he has this way, why he is the way he is, and I get that. Though it does cause the effect of, well, it feels more like reading than it does playing, like the Grimoire cards in Destiny. Yeah. So yeah, as you can clearly take a guess, Aiden Pearce of the Watch Dogs universe is going to be in my story. Now, initially I had a lot of debate whether or not I wanted him to be on the United Republic side or the Neo-Showalter Empire side, or be in the middle. And then ultimately, when I learned more about who he was as a character, and especially how the game ended, I thought, let's see, I can ultimately see him joining with the Neo-Showalter Empire, because he has a very sense of control. He likes to have things go his way. His obsession with security, surveillance, and control, surveillance, borders on the paranoid and the dangerous, extending to his monitoring his own family unbeknownst to them. And Aiden's personal crusade in the game is something that Lord Eric can look at and say, you got moxie, kid, you got moxie. Even though technically Aiden is physically older than Eric, yeah, Eric is like over millennia years old because of his multiverse traveling, but I'll talk about that in a future date. But yeah, ultimately I decided to have Aiden Pearce join the Neo-Showalter Empire. Initially I wanted to actually have him be in the middle, like he gets paid a lot of money, but then I thought, it doesn't seem to fit him. Like, yes, he steals money, but it's mostly to fund his personal crusade against the powers that be, and those who killed his niece. So, at the end of Watch Dogs 1, it cuts to right at the end of Watch Dogs 1, where Aiden Pearce has Maurice as fate, and I actually had written a scene down where Aiden Pearce actually shoots Maurice at the end, since that is an option in the game. And this is where, immediately following that, Lord Eric comes out clapping in the shadows and then makes a joke saying, yeah, I wanted to make a dramatic entrance. Yeah, I can't help myself. But anyways, he offers Aiden a deal. In exchange for protecting his family, since Eric understands where he's coming from and would understand why he feels the way he is, and would especially want to protect those he loves, just like Eric feels like he's trying to save what he loves. He goes ahead and offers Aiden an opportunity to join the Neo-Showalter Empire as their professional hacker, and also the director of I'm trying to remember the director I gave him job title, the director of online security or cybersecurity. He gives him that offer, and he plays a role in the Year True storyline as a hacker who hacks into certain data to protect Eric's image, because there are certain stuff about Eric that Eric doesn't want to get out for a variety of reasons. And also because, not because it will destroy his reputation, he could give two fucks about that. It's more like he feels like if since he's willing to risk civil war, but it feels more like if certain secrets were revealed, it would damage the mission he's on and hinder him and take things longer. So he only does it if he wants to intentionally reveal his secrets, which I'm considering he might do later on in book 3. So, yeah, Aiden goes ahead and starts to join up with Eric, and it's also revealed that Jody, that guy who's a fixer, yeah, remember how he mentioned how he has a contract with someone, how he got a new contract, and it's never been explained who? It's presumably Bloom Corporation. I wanted to change that and go with, he's now assigned with Eric as his personal hitman. So, yeah, I'm doing that. And this leads to eventually Aiden Pearce right now taking operations outside of the world he's at, Watch Dogs universe, and go into other universes. And then he gets a major storyline in 2017 where he teams up with the Wyatt family and the Shield in an invasion of the Ruby universe. Yes, I was keeping that a secret and I wanted to go ahead and reveal it in this episode. And he goes ahead and informs, and like he contacts Cinder a couple of times and tells Emerald and Mercury to throw the fight when Mercury goes ahead, because he says that the plans changed, and also hints that he's going to hack Penny, but first he needs to get to Atlas, which he does during the invasion, and afterwards Penny gets under Aiden's control, but eventually Ruby and the others are able to break control of that when they had to get to Atlas to get to the ships to escape Remnant, since Remnant loses the fight and is conquered. And I also told you that there's synthetic dust, since Atlas would want to develop something for space travel. So, yeah. Afterwards, this leads to him kind of disappearing for a bit. I don't know what else I had planned for him in 2017, but later on in 2018, we get more, and during book 3, we go ahead and focus on what's going on with him and how things like in a little bit of Watch Dogs 2, like that I might do my own explanation for that. And I don't know what to do with his family. Like, it seems like since I'm pretty sure I would keep it secret for the story, for characters not to know what Aiden Pearce is doing, since he's codenamed the Fox, since that's his coat, since that's also what he's called by the media and the civilians, including the Vigilante. I might have, I'm picturing him fighting the Punisher, since they kind of be similar in a lot of ways, but I'm not sure about that. Yeah, Marvel's in this story as well, though it might be a little bit different than you must expected. So, yeah, moving on. However, I do have planned in 2021 that Aiden Pearce is to face Penny in this technological match where they use technology and Aiden uses his hacking abilities thanks to the technology of the Empire to assist him in fighting Penny, since she's using her cybernetic android abilities. And I really don't know who would win that fight, since they kind of would equally match in terms of technology-wise. Yeah. But Aiden Pearce, like I said, I actually like this character. I wanted to explore him more, give him more development. And him joining the Neo-Showalter Empire would be an interesting angle to go with. Like I said, I had debated between him or switching back and forth, but I kind of have a character already doing that who has his own agenda afterwards. Well, it's actually shown during it. But afterwards, Aiden Pearce, he probably won't be at the final battle at the end of an era during the Battle of the Ark, because he might be too busy dealing with human trafficking in Watch Dogs 2 and gets captured, and right now has to find a way to get out and join. But he's still the director of cybersecurity in the Empire. He's just a more active role instead of just someone who sits at a desk or walks around. Yeah, when I get to the Neo-Showalter Empire, I'll go over the governmental stuff. But yeah, Aiden Pearce has a huge role to play in my story. I can't wait to use him. So this was the 6th episode Neo Reality Rights. I'll get back to more Aiden Pearce if more plans come up. This was Neo Reality Entertainment, and feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and donate. Stay tuned for more.